Once upon a time, in a small town somewhere in Yugoslavia, a young computer enthusiast began his great quest for his very first computer. Little did he know that fate would lead him not to the famous ZX Spectrum, but to a machine built right here, by hand. This is the story of the Galaksija, the most iconic Yugoslav home computer. Like many kids of the 1980s, I dreamed of owning the ZX Spectrum, sleek, colorful, and just out of reach. But destiny had a different plan. During a visit to my father's friend, an electronics technician, I saw something unusual on his desk. A plain-looking machine with a homemade case and simple keys, yet full of mystery. It was called Galaksija. The Galaksija was a DIY computer. You didn't buy it, you built it. It came as a kit, a pile of components and a schematic published in the magazine Računari u vašoj kući, Computers in Your Home. For a teenager hungry to learn, this was pure magic. You didn't just use a computer, you created one. There were no flashy graphics, no fancy sounds. Games came on cassette tapes, and you had to perfectly adjust the sound level. Too loud or too quiet, and nothing would load. Sometimes, you'd spend hours tuning the cassette head just to see that magical word appear. Ready. The Galaksija spoke its own version of BASIC, a dialect unlike any other. Some commands were missing, others completely unique, but that only made it more fascinating. The fewer tools you had, the more creative you became. Every line of code was a step into the unknown, and then came assembler. My Galaksija had a special ROMB chip that could translate machine code directly. It was like opening a secret door. Suddenly, I could control every byte of memory, every pixel on screen. Programs ran faster, stronger, better. I was hooked. Then came the upgrade. Svet Komputera magazine published the ultimate hack. Turn your Galaksija into Galaksija Plus. More memory, better graphics, and sound support. My father's friend spent hours soldering, rewiring, fixing contacts, until it finally worked. I had my own 8-bit powerhouse. But time moves on. People switch to Commodore 64s, Amigas, and PCS. Yet, for me, the Galaksija remained special. It wasn't just a machine. It was my teacher, my first real adventure in technology. Looking back, I realized that the Galaksija taught me something timeless. Happiness doesn't come from having the best hardware, but from learning, creating, and doing what you love. And for me, that began with a little gray box from Yugoslavia. This was Retro Tech Review, the Galaksija. The best Yugoslav computer and one of the brightest stars of the 8-bit era. All this and lot more at techfokus.rs.